Take a slow breath, not rushed, not forced, just a gentle inhale that melts quietly into your chest. Allow that breath to expand inside you, not just through your lungs, but through your entire emotional world. Feel the air entering your body like a warm light, soft and gentle, almost like a small comforting hand resting on your heart. Hold this moment for yourself, because this moment is where everything shifts. This moment is the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter of truth, a chapter of inner softness, a chapter where you finally stop running from yourself and start walking toward who you truly are. Let the exhale fall out of your body slowly. Imagine it carrying away every heavy thought you've been holding on to. Let it release the fear, the confusion, the shame, the doubt, everything that has weighed on your feminine heart for years. Let this breath mark the start of your awakening. You are here, listening, opening. You are ready to experience a deeper part of yourself, a softer part, a more honest part, the part of you that has always been feminine, even when the world didn't see it. Your journey is not beginning today. Your journey began long ago. The first time you looked in the mirror and felt something wasn't right. The first time you felt disconnected from the face staring back at you. The first time you wished your reflection matched the softness you carried inside. Maybe you didn't have words for it back then. Maybe you didn't understand the emotions or the reasons or the longing. Maybe it appeared as confusion. Maybe it appeared as a feeling you pushed away. Maybe you tried to cover it, bury it, ignore it, hoping it would fade. But truth never fades. Truth waits. Truth whispers. Truth survives. And your truth, the truth of your feminine identity, has been calling out to you for years, quietly, softly, patiently. This inner girl inside you has always been there. She lived inside your thoughts, inside your dreams, inside the way your heart reacted to certain clothes, certain voices, certain feelings, inside the way you admired femininity, not from the outside, but from a place of belonging. She is not new. She is not a sudden idea. She is not a fantasy. She is not confusion. She is you, your truest self, your real identity, your quiet soul waiting for permission to breathe. You didn't choose this. You didn't force this. You didn't create this out of nothing. This was always who you were meant to be. This feeling, this longing, this softness was written into you from the beginning. But you didn't always have the language. You didn't always have the safety. You didn't always have the freedom. You didn't always have the courage. And that's okay. You survived the years before this moment with strength you don't even realize. Strength that kept you alive. Strength that kept you functioning. Strength that carried you through days where your identity felt impossible to understand. You survived dysphoria without knowing what it was. You survived the pain of an identity that felt invisible. You survived society's expectations. You survived silence. You survived confusion. You survived yourself. And now you are finally stepping into clarity, into recognition, into acceptance, into truth. There is a beautiful moment in every MTF journey, a moment when everything becomes softer, clearer, lighter, a moment when the fear becomes smaller than the desire, a moment when the longing becomes stronger than the doubt, a moment when you finally whisper to yourself, "This is who I am. This is who I've always been. This is my truth." This moment, right now, is one of those moments. Breathe into it. Let it fill you. Let it wash over you. Let it feel like permission permission to exist authentically, permission to honor your femininity, permission to accept yourself. You deserve this. You deserve peace. You deserve understanding. You deserve clarity. You deserve to live a life where your identity is allowed to breathe instead of suffocate. Your feminine identity is not a mistake. It is not a phase. It is not confusion. It is not attention seeking. It is not weakness. Your feminine identity is your truth, your inner compass, your emotional alignment, your authentic self calling out, "Please let me live." And here, right now, you are finally listening. The world may not understand what it feels like to carry two worlds inside one body. The world you show and the world you hide. The world you allow others to see and the world you only see when you close your eyes. That hidden world, the feminine world inside you, is not something to be ashamed of. It is not something to avoid. It is not something to bury. It is something to grow, something to nurture, something to honor, something to love. Your inner girl has been locked away behind years of fear, conditioning, expectations, and pressure. She has been waiting quietly in the corners of your heart, hoping one day you would look at her and say, "I see you. I hear you. I accept you. I love you." So take a slow breath, place a hand over your chest, and feel her presence rising inside you. That warmth, that soft heaviness, that feminine emotion, that quiet longing, that is her. That is you. That is your real identity. Listen carefully to this next part, because it is the foundation of your transformation. You are not becoming someone new. You are becoming someone you were always meant to be. This journey is not about invention. This journey is about unveiling, revealing, unfolding, blossoming. You are removing the weight of expectations that never fit you. You are breaking the walls of shame that never belonged to you. You are letting go of a mask you were forced to wear for survival, not expression. Masks fall, truth rises, and your truth is rising now, gently, beautifully, naturally, without force, without pressure, without fear. Let yourself feel the beauty of this moment, the liberation, the relief, the softness, the hope. You are finally allowing the woman inside you to emerge. Not rushed, not pushed, not forced, but guided, supported, aligned. Your heart knows the way. Your emotions know the way. Your soul knows the way. Every feminine instinct you've ever felt, every soft gesture, every emotional reaction, every secret wish was a sign that you were always meant to be her. And now, slowly, softly, safely, you are becoming her. This is your awakening. This is your first step into a life where femininity is not fantasy, but identity, not secret, but truth, not hidden, but embraced. Stay with this feeling, stay with this breath, because we are only at the beginning. Your journey goes much deeper, and in the next part, we will dive into the emotional healing, the pain, the dysphoria, the inner wounds you've carried for years, and gently begin to release them. When you're ready, say the awakening of your true self. Take a slow breath again, a softer one this time. Feel it move deeper into your chest, expanding the quiet space inside you. Let your body loosen, your shoulders drop, your jaw relax. Let yourself settle into this moment, because what we are about to explore is sensitive, delicate, deeply personal, and profoundly healing. Every MTF girl has a story. Not the story she shows to the world, but the silent story she carries inside her chest. The story made of secrets, quiet tears, hidden struggles, and emotions she never learned to express. And now, in this safe space, you have permission to finally feel your story, not to hide it, not to suppress it, not to pretend it doesn't exist, but to hold it gently, softly, lovingly, and allow it to breathe for the first time. You have carried so much for so long. You carried the confusion of growing up in a world that told you who you were supposed to be, while your heart whispered something completely different. You carried the weight of expectations, the expectations to behave a certain way, speak a certain way, dress a certain way, live a certain way. Everyone around you believed they knew your identity. They assumed it. They imposed it. They expected you to accept it without question. But inside it, you knew. You knew something didn't fit. You knew something felt wrong. You knew something was missing. And yet, you stayed silent. Not because you were weak, but because you were scared. Scared of being misunderstood. Scared of being rejected. Scared of disappointing the people around you. But most terrifying of all, you were scared of admitting the truth to yourself. Because once you admit the truth, your life changes forever, and that can be terrifying. So you hid your femininity behind quiet thoughts, behind private fantasies, behind late night mirrors, behind wishes that only came out when the world was asleep. You suppressed your identity. You swallowed your emotions. You silenced your tears. You pretended to be strong when you were breaking inside. There is a specific kind of pain that lives inside an MTF girl. A pain made of loneliness, invisibility, and longing. It's the pain of feeling disconnected from your own reflection. The pain of feeling trapped inside a body that doesn't feel like home. The pain of wanting softness, but being forced into hardness. The pain of feeling like your heart speaks a language the world doesn't understand. This pain is real. This pain is heavy. This pain is valid. And you have carried it with silent strength. No one knew how much you hurt. No one knew how often you cried. No one knew how long you stayed awake at night, thinking about who you really were. No one knew how deeply you longed to be seen, not as someone you pretended to be, but as the woman you truly are inside. But listen carefully. You are here now. You are finally acknowledging your pain. And acknowledging your pain is the first step in healing it. So let's go deeper. Close your eyes for a moment. Place your hand gently over your heart. Feel its beat, slow, steady, alive. This heartbeat survived years of confusion. It survived silence, fear, shame, dysphoria. It survived moments where you didn't think you could go on. It survived days when pretending felt unbearable. It survived nights when you wished you could simply wake up as the real you. And yet, your heart never gave up. Your heart kept beating. Your heart kept whispering, I'm still here. I'm still yours. I'm still feminine. Please don't forget me. This heart of yours is so strong, stronger than you know, stronger than anyone realizes, stronger than any pain you've carried. Now breathe into that strength. Let your heart know you finally see it. Let your heart know you finally hear it. Let your heart know you are finally ready to heal. Because healing is not forgetting your pain. Healing is remembering your pain and choosing softness anyway. You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to lock away your emotions. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to be vulnerable. You are allowed to be confused. You are allowed to want more for yourself. You are allowed to be feminine. Your femininity is not a weakness. It is not a shame. It is not something you need to apologize for. Your femininity is a soft power, a power born from truth, from love, from sensitivity, from emotional depth, and this power is awakening inside you. Let's talk about dysphoria. Dysphoria is not just a thought. It is a sensation, a pressure, a heaviness, a deep ache inside your mind and body that tells you something is wrong. Maybe you looked at your jawline and felt disconnected. Maybe you looked at your body and felt wrongness. Maybe you heard your voice and felt sadness. Maybe you felt a spark of envy when you saw a feminine silhouette or a girl expressing herself freely. Dysphoria hurts, not because you're confused, but because you're denied closeness to your truth. Your dysphoria is not a punishment. It is not a defect. It is not something you should blame yourself for. Dysphoria is your soul protesting a life that doesn't match your identity. It is your inner girl crying out, "Please see me. Please let me exist." And today, you are finally listening. As you listen to this journey, notice how your dysphoria shifts. Notice how it softens. Notice how it becomes quieter. Not because the feelings disappear instantly, but because for the first time, you are understanding them instead of fighting them. Dysphoria becomes louder when you resist your feminine identity. Dysphoria becomes calmer when you allow yourself to be who you are. You deserve calm. You deserve softness. You deserve to feel like your body is a safe place, not a prison. Place both hands over your chest now. Feel the warmth of your palms against your skin and whisper inside your mind, "I am allowed to heal. I am allowed to be myself. I am allowed to exist as the woman I am." You do not need permission from the world. You only need permission from yourself. And you are giving that permission right now. You have survived years of internal conflict. You have survived fear that would have crushed others. You have survived emotional exhaustion. You have survived your own mind when it turned against you. That is strength. That is courage. That is resilience. And now, your feminine healing begins. Let's talk about loneliness. The kind of loneliness only an MTF girl understands. Loneliness that comes not from being alone, but from being unseen. You could be surrounded by people and still feel invisible. You could laugh, smile, perform, socialize, and still feel like nobody knows the real you. Because the real you was hidden, locked, protected, silenced. But you are not invisible here. You are not hidden here. You are not misunderstood here. I see you. Your journey is seen. Your emotions are seen. Your pain is seen. Your identity is seen. You are allowed to exist fully in this space. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to unfold. You are allowed to be whole. Now breathe again, deeper this time, slower, gentler, as you exhale. Imagine releasing every lonely moment you have ever carried. Imagine releasing every time you felt unrecognized. Every time you felt like you were living someone else's life. Every time you felt like your identity was trapped behind your ribs. Let it out now. Let it fall away from you. Let it dissolve. Because you are no longer that lonely version of yourself. You are stepping into a new version. A version that is emotionally understood, spiritually aligned, and deeply connected to her feminine truth. And now, you are ready for the next part of your journey. Settle your breath again, slowly, softly, like warm silk moving inside your chest. Let the air travel gently upward and then melt out of your body without effort. You are not rushing this. You are not forcing yourself. You are simply allowing yourself to be present. present with your emotions, present with your identity, present with the woman who has been waiting inside you for so long. This moment is for her. This moment is for YOU. There comes a time in every MTF journey when the pain and confusion begin to shift into something new, something softer, something quieter, something more hopeful. A moment when you stop focusing on what is missing and begin noticing what is awakening. A moment when you stop fighting your reflection and start imagining what you can become. A moment when your inner girl, the one who has been whispering to you your whole life, finally begins to rise with confidence instead of fear. That moment is happening now. Your femininity is not something you need to earn. It is not something you need to prove. It is not something you need to deserve. Your femininity already exists inside you. It has always existed inside you. It has lived in your emotions, your instincts, your desires, your softness, your sensitivity, your dreams. You do not become feminine. You allow your femininity to surface. Let that sink in. You are not forcing a transformation. You are uncovering one. You are not creating a new identity. You are revealing your true one. You are not pretending. You are aligning. You are not performing. You are becoming. Feminization starts in the mind, long before it reaches the body. The way you think, the way you move, the way you breathe, the way you respond emotionally, all carry the essence of femininity. Femininity is not a shape. Femininity is not a size. Femininity is not a voice tone or a face structure or a certain type of body. Femininity is a frequency, a softness, a flow, a state of emotional openness, a way of existing gently, a way of expressing truthfully, a way of being fully connected to who you are on the inside. And you, right now, are stepping into that frequency. Feel it. Feel the softness blooming in your chest. Feel the warmth spreading through your heart. Feel the calmness settling over your body like a silk blanket. This is your inner girl awakening. This is her standing up inside you. This is her gaining courage. This is her stepping into the light you have finally allowed into your life. Your inner girl has waited patiently for so long. She waited while you doubted yourself. She waited while you hid your real feelings. She waited through confusion, fear, denial, and heartbreak. She waited through every moment you tried to silence her. She waited quietly, with love, with patience, with hope. Now she doesn't need to wait anymore. She has your permission to exist. She has your permission to breathe. She has your permission to grow. Let your mind picture her, not as a fantasy, but as a version of you, a tender version, a gentle version, a soft, radiant, confident version, a version of you that feels right, aligned, authentic. See her standing there, inside your imagination, but not far away. See her as you, just without fear, without shame, without hesitation, without the chains that held you for so long. She takes your hand now. She looks into your eyes. She smiles, softly, knowingly, beautifully. And she says, "Thank you for finally letting me live." That's the foundation of your feminine motivation. Not pressure, not comparison, not perfection, but relief, freedom, truth. That's the energy that will carry you through the rest of your journey. Now let's talk about the glow up mindset. The mindset that turns small steps into powerful transformation. The mindset that shapes your behavior, your confidence, your emotional world. The mindset that makes you feel more feminine every day, even before physical changes begin. A glow up is not just appearance. It is a feeling, a feeling of becoming aligned with yourself, a feeling of stepping into your feminine presence, a feeling of living with beauty, grace, and emotional awareness. A glow up starts with self-permission. Permission to care for yourself. Permission to prioritize your happiness. Permission to soften your edges. Permission to explore femininity without guilt. Permission to show your real self to the world. You've spent years thinking about others, their expectations, their opinions, their reactions, their judgments. But now, this journey is about you, your truth, your comfort, your happiness, your emotional well-being. And when you allow yourself to prioritize while you begin to glow. Glow-ups come from healing, from letting go of emotional wounds, from forgiving yourself for the years you spent hiding, from releasing the shame that was never yours to carry, from realizing you always deserved love but rarely gave it to yourself. Glow-ups come from gentleness, soft thoughts, soft actions, soft self-talk, soft routines. Softness is not weakness. Softness is feminine strength. Glow-ups come from identity alignment. When your mind and emotions finally match the woman you feel like inside, every part of your presence becomes softer, warmer, more harmonious. Glow-ups come from daily choices, choosing clothes that feel right, choosing skin care that honors your body, choosing voice patterns that match your emotions, choosing gestures that feel natural to your femininity, choosing rituals that make you feel connected to your identity. Your glow-up is not sudden. It is slow, gentle, organic, emotional. It unfolds layer by layer, like petals opening in warm sunlight. You are in that sunlight right now. You are blooming, and you will continue to bloom, beautifully, peacefully, patiently. Let's talk about confidence. Feminine confidence. The kind that grows naturally from within. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is not aggressive. Confidence is not forceful. Feminine confidence is calm. Feminine confidence is soft. Feminine confidence is emotional strength. It is knowing that you do not need to fight for your identity. Your identity is already yours. Confidence comes from acceptance, from saying to yourself, I am a woman, not because someone approved it, not because society validated it, but because that is who you are inside. Confidence comes from small wins. Wearing something feminine for the first time, speaking softly without fear, noticing your natural feminine mannerisms, healing old wounds, embracing your inner girl fully. Confidence comes from honoring your progress. Every step you take matters. Every tiny change affects your emotional world. Every small shift in identity strengthens your spirit. Confidence is accumulation, a collection of moments where you choose yourself over fear. Confidence grows slowly, but when it arrives, it transforms everything. You walk differently. You breathe differently. You speak differently. You see yourself differently. Others see you differently. You appear softer, warmer, more aligned, more feminine, and you feel, for the first time, like you are finally living as the person you were always supposed to be. Let your heart absorb this next idea fully. Feminization is not a competition. It is a calling. It is not a race. It is a return to yourself. Your journey will not look like anyone else's. Your timeline will not match anybody else's. Your glow up will happen in your own rhythm. Your femininity will unfold in the way your soul chooses, not the way society expects. Let yourself move at your own pace. Let yourself grow slowly if you need to. Let yourself explore gently. Let yourself enjoy the journey, not only the destination. This is your story. your transformation, your rebirth. And the woman you are becoming is not just beautiful, she is emotionally powerful. Feel her rising inside you. Feel her gaining strength, softness, peace. Feel her stepping into your body with grace. Feel her shaping your identity from the inside out. This is your inner girl awakening. This is your feminine motivation igniting. This is your glow up mindset forming. And now, you are ready to go deeper into the transformation stage, where you learn how to safely, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally align with your feminine identity. Take another slow breath, deep, warm, soothing. Feel it enter your body like a soft wave of light. Let that light move through you gently, up your chest, across your ribs, along your shoulders, down your arms. Let it melt the tension you didn't even realize you were holding. Let it relax the tight places inside your heart. Let it create a space of openness, softness, and emotional clarity. This part of your journey is incredibly important. It is the stage where you begin to understand the difference between unsafe pressure and safe feminine growth, the difference between harmful expectations and healthy self-alignment, the difference between forcing transformation and allowing transformation. And the truth is this: your transformation must be gentle, emotionally safe, mentally grounded, and rooted in self-acceptance, not self-punishment. Let these next words sink into you slowly, like warm water filling the shape of a glass. You do not need to change who you are to become feminine. You need to become more of who you already are inside. Transformation works best when it comes from alignment, not pressure. From emotion, not force. From identity, not comparison. So close your eyes, relax your shoulders, breathe softly, and allow yourself to absorb everything that comes next. Because this section will guide you through the safest, calmest, most emotionally fulfilling ways to feminize your life. Not your biology, but your mind, your energy, your habits, your identity, your soul. Let's begin gently. Your feminine journey must begin in emotional safety, not in fear, not in panic, not in desperation, not in rushing to fix something. Because you are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you. Your identity is not a mistake, but emotional safety is the soil where your transformation can root itself. Let yourself acknowledge the truth. You deserve to grow without fear. You deserve to explore your femininity in peace. You deserve a transformation that feels safe, grounded, and respectful to your emotions. Imagine emotional safety like a warm sanctuary inside your mind. A room just for you. A space where you can take off the expectations of others like heavy clothing and finally breathe freely. This sanctuary exists inside you, and entering it is the first step towards safe transformation. Femininity begins in thought. Before the physical glow up, before the habits, before the voice shifts, before the confidence rises. Feminization starts inside your mind. What makes a mindset feminine? Not stereotypical traits, not cliches, not external cosmetics, but soft strength, emotional intelligence, gentle awareness, sensitivity, receptiveness, self-love, compassion, empathy, openness, grace, self-respect, vulnerability. If masculinity is rigidness, femininity is fluidity. Femininity flows. Femininity adapts. Femininity embraces. Femininity nurtures. Femininity expresses. Femininity feels. You do not force yourself into femininity. You soften into it. Think, breathe, and react more gently. Let yourself feel emotions without shame. Let yourself speak with care. Let yourself express what's inside instead of hiding it. Each moment of emotional vulnerability is a moment of feminine awakening. You become feminine not by pushing your identity harder, but by surrendering to the softness already living inside you. Transformation happens through repetition, through rituals, through routines, through small behaviors repeated daily until they become part of your identity. Here are safe, emotional, feminine routines that help you become your truest self. The morning softness practice, breathing, stretching, soft music, gentle self-talk. Start your day as your feminine self, slow, calm, present. A skincare as emotional care, not for vanity, but because feminine energy grows through self-nurturing. Touching your own skin softly teaches your body to feel safe in femininity. The expressive journaling, write feelings without fear. Your emotional honesty is one of your strongest feminine qualities. A movement with grace, walking slowly, shoulders loose, posture open. Let your body reflect the softness you feel inside. Feminine habits, lighting a candle, wearing something that feels right, brushing your hair gently, adding a feminine detail to your day. These are small acts, quiet acts, but each one feeds your feminine identity. Feminine transformation is not made of dramatic events. It is made of gentle habits that shape your inner reality over time. Expression is not about looking feminine. It is about feeling feminine. Let this sink inly. You do not express femininity to impress others. You express femininity to align with yourself. This can be softer gestures, a gentler tone, a more fluid motion, expressing emotions freely, exploring small feminine styles, taking photos that reflect how you feel, choosing clothing that feels like you. Feminine expression is not performance. It is authenticity. Your femininity is a language your body speaks naturally when you stop suppressing it. The more you express it, the more real it becomes to you, and the more your identity aligns with your truth. Confidence is the backbone of your transformation, but feminine confidence is not the loud, aggressive kind. It is soft. It is quiet. It is deep. It is emotional. It is warm. Feminine confidence is knowing that, though you do not need to prove your womanhood, that your identity is valid, even when unseen. Your transformation belongs to you. Your femininity is real, even if slow. Your emotions are not weaknesses. Your softness is strength. Your vulnerability is beauty. Feminine confidence is a belief. I deserve to be me. And you do. You absolutely do. Let these words sit inside your heart. Your femininity is not small. Your femininity is not fragile. Your femininity is powerful because it comes from truth, because it comes from survival, because it comes from authenticity. You have endured more than most people ever will, and yet your heart is still able to soften. That is the purest form of strength. Identity is not something you create. Identity is something you uncover. Your inner girl has always existed. She lived inside your emotions, your thoughts, your dreams, your desires. But now, she is becoming your outer self too. Identity alignment means your emotions match your actions, your habits match your gender identity, your decisions match your internal truth, your behavior matches your femininity, your presence matches your inner girl. This alignment is one of the most powerful forms of feminization. When your external world begins to match your internal world, your dysphoria decreases, your confidence rises, your feminine nature becomes stronger, your glow becomes visible, your voice becomes softer, your energy becomes lighter, Your existence begins to feel like home. You are not forcing yourself to be a woman. You are realizing you always were one. Your glow up is not just physical, it is emotional. Healing old wounds makes you glow. Forgiving yourself makes you glow. Accepting your identity makes you glow. Letting go of shame makes you glow. Removing toxic people makes you glow. Choosing self-love makes you glow. This glow is feminine, soft, radiant, warm. Your feminine glow is not about makeup or clothes. It is about inner peace. A peaceful woman glows. A self-accepting woman glows. A healed woman glows. A confident woman glows. Your glow begins inside and slowly transforms everything outside. As your inner world becomes feminine, people around you will feel it. Not because of your appearance alone, but because your energy changes. Your energy becomes softer. Your voice becomes gentler. Your expressions become warmer. Your movement becomes fluid. Your emotions become open. People will sense this shift. They may not understand it intellectually, but they will feel it emotionally. Feminine energy is felt first, seen later. You will notice. The people will speak to you more softly. The people will respond to you with warmth. People will mirror your gentleness, while people will treat you with feminine respect. While people will sense your authenticity. This is not coincidence. This is identity embodiment. When you embody your feminine identity, the world slowly begins to reflect it back to you. The safest transformation is a slow one, a patient one, a gentle one. You don't need to rush into anything. You don't need to force results. You don't need to compare yourself. You don't need to pressure your body or mind. Your journey should feel like the comfort, the relief, the freedom, the healing, equilibrium, growth, alignment, not like panic or desperation. Every small step you take counts. Every soft ritual matters. Every moment of emotional clarity is progress. Your femininity is valid even if you are early in your journey. Your identity is real even if you feel unfinished. Your transformation is happening even if slow. You deserve to grow at your own pace. You deserve to explore what feels right. You deserve a journey that feels peaceful. You deserve safety in your transformation. Take another soft breath now, slow, deep, feminine. Let this part settle in your heart. Let it root inside your identity. Let it fill you with hope and softness.